The African sun was beginning to rise. Another day was beginning. A family of elephants crossed the plains. Among them was a young calf named Kito. He was only a few months old, and he never left his mother's side. She was his protector, his guide, his entire world. Every day felt like an adventure. He loved to explore. Everything fascinated him, especially the water holes. They were his favorite place. His mother always stayed close, and when danger appeared, he ran straight back to her because she made him feel safe. Life was simple. Life was good. Then everything changed. The rain stopped coming. Days became weeks, and still no rain. The rivers began disappearing. Water became scarce. The grass turned brown. Food became harder to find. The elephants grew concerned. They knew what was coming. A terrible drought. Other animals began leaving, searching for survival. Soon the elephants made a decision. They would have to move farther than ever before. The journey would be difficult, especially for little Kito. But they had no choice. Staying meant certain death. So they kept moving, mile after mile, step after step. The heat was relentless. The land felt endless. Kito grew tired. His legs began to ache. Sometimes he stumbled. Every time he struggled, his mother would wait. She never left him behind, and he always found the strength to continue. The journey continued, day after day. The heat never seemed to end. The land grew harsher. Even the trees were dying. Survival was becoming harder for everyone. Every drop of water mattered. But danger was approaching. One afternoon, the sky changed. A strange wind appeared. The animals sensed trouble. The storm was coming. Kito had never seen anything like it. Thunder echoed across the plains. The elephants became uneasy. The sky suddenly exploded with light. Fear rushed through the herd. Then the storm arrived. Rain crashed from the sky. Visibility disappeared. The herd tried to stay together. Mothers called to their calves. Kito followed his mother closely. Then a bolt of lightning flashed. Panic spread instantly. The herd scattered. Kito tried to keep up, but the storm was too strong. Suddenly, she was gone. He couldn't see her anywhere. He called for his mother. The wind carried his voice away. No answer came back. For the first time in his life, Kito was completely alone. He kept searching, calling again and again, but nobody answered. Meanwhile, his mother searched too. She called his name, again and again. The herd wanted to continue, but she refused. She would not abandon her baby. She searched every trail, every scent, every possible clue. She never stopped believing she would find him. Morning finally arrived. But Kito was still alone. His mother was nowhere to be seen. The world suddenly felt much bigger and much scarier. He called for her again. Only silence answered. So he kept searching. The sun climbed higher. The heat became unbearable. Food was difficult to find. The little he found wasn't enough. Water was even harder. Most ponds had vanished. His thirst grew stronger. Finally, he found a puddle. It wasn't much, but it kept him going. He continued forward, guided only by hope. Then something moved nearby. Kito stopped instantly. Eyes stared back at him. A hungry lioness. Alone, he was vulnerable. The predator saw an opportunity. Kito's heart raced. Slowly she approached. Kito let out a desperate call, the loudest call of his life. The lion paused. Somehow, Kito stood his ground. The risk seemed too great. Finally, she turned away. Kito survived, but only just. The journey continued, and night was approaching. Another lonely night. Without his mother beside him, days became a week. Kito grew weaker. Every step felt harder. Yet his mother kept searching too. following every clue, refusing to give up, calling for her baby, but hearing nothing back. Even she began to worry, yet neither stopped hoping. Another morning arrived. Kito barely had the strength to continue. His body was exhausted, but something made him stop. A sound, faint and distant, almost impossible to hear, but familiar. The sound came again, this time slightly louder. Miles away, his mother was still searching. She had never stopped, not for a single day, not for a single night. Then she heard something, a tiny call, weak, but unmistakable. It was Kito. Her baby was alive. Kito called again, across the open plains, and a reply came back. Kito couldn't believe it. He knew that voice, the voice he had missed every day. Suddenly he found new strength, and he ran, faster than he had in weeks. His mother was running too. Then they saw each other. For a moment time stood still. Neither could believe it. Then they rushed forward, closing the distance, step by step, until finally, they were together again, safe at last, home at last. The herd watched quietly, as if understanding the moment. Weeks of fear disappeared. Weeks of loneliness ended. Mother and son were reunited. The drought still existed, challenges still remained. But now they would face them together, just as they always had. Because a mother's love never stops searching. No matter how far life takes us, some bonds never break. Some hearts never give up. And some love never stops looking until it finally finds its way home. This was the story of Kito, the elephant who waited, and the mother who never gave up.